Welcome back to another Ryan Young video, and today I'm going to be telling you guys exactly how to get over any addiction you have in your life. Now, the main component of an addiction is your mental health, right? If your mental health is not correct, then everything else, the foundation of your own beliefs about yourself, your own ideologies, your confidence in being able to go mog people in real life, you're going to suffer immensely if you lose this confidence in yourself because you're addicted to something like porn, video games, junk food, all this stuff. So I'm going to tell you exactly how you can stay disciplined and stay on track in life in order to get over these humps. The first thing I try to do every time is psychoanalyze myself. Exactly what is it that is making me do these habits? Now, to put this in simple terms, where are you? What are you thinking? And what are the triggers that exactly get you to do these bad habits? Now, for example, let's say you play video games, right? If you join a call with your friends, right? You're going to join a call with your friends, and then that triggers a downstream effect of you wanting to play video games. Then the trigger is joining the call. It's not the friends, it's you joining the call. How do we prevent this? The first step is to distance yourself from said thing, right? The larger you distance yourself, the less amount of willpower is going to be needed or used to be able to stop yourself or to be able to resist the temptation itself, right? Because if the temptation is not there, then you're not going to be able to give into it in the first place. It's like when we remove the variable in our brain, the neurological chemistry is not there. We need to have that dopamine activation to be able to first give in to that temptation. The second thing you need to do is to learn that discipline is a skill that needs to be acquired over time. Not everything can be acquired instantly. Just like when you work out your muscle, your brain is a muscle. The same goes with your confidence, right? The more you train your mind, the stronger it'll be. So, look, we don't want to see failure in an addiction as something to justify our own hatred for our own self. Because the more we justify the hatred for ourselves because of our own failure, the more we'll give into the addiction, because the addiction is being fed by those emotions, right? The addiction is a psychological thing that happens in our brain. When we have these rampant emotions, right? We cannot control ourselves. We aren't stoic. This goes against everything I preach, right? Because you lose confidence in yourself. You lose your mental image. You lose your beliefs, because everything seemingly falls out from underneath you, because you're the one that's deriving your own purpose from the ability to stop being addicted to things. But that's not where you get your purpose from, right? You are your own person and you can do your own things, right? You need to stay stoic and not listen to these emotions, because as soon as you don't listen to these emotions, these triggers will feel less and less and less impulsive to be able to want to do. So the first step is to distance, and the second step is to stay stoic in the face of these emotions, right? In the face of failure, you need to learn and evaluate. The third thing we need to do, which leads on from the second step, is to journal, to understand more about yourself, to understand why it is exactly you do these things. Are they just habituary, or are they something more deep rooted, like trauma? The only way to figure this out is to learn more about yourself, to meditate, to journal, to truly find what it is that is triggering these things within you, right? You have to go internal, right? You have to stop listening to your brain. You have to truly stop listening to your stupid brain, right? Because there's a lizard brain that is trying to control you into doing these things. An irrational, completely irrational brain. And this is the things you should be journaling about. You're like, what are these habits? What am I doing exactly? And you need to write them out multiple times every day and tell yourself, this is just my lizard brain, right? This isn't me. This isn't you doing it. It's your lizard brain telling you to. It's your stupid brain trying to destroy you. This is destroying you, right? These addictions, right? They're not giving you confidence. They're not allowing you to go mog. They're destroying you. They're destroying you from the ground up and disallowing you from becoming the person you want to become in life, right? So that is the third step. Now, it is all fine and dandy to tell you all these things, right? To tell you, oh, well, just journal, well, just meditate, or just do all these self-improvement habits. But it's up to you to be able to actually change your life, you know? You have to figure it out for yourself, because most of mental health is just all about your own psychology, your own beliefs about yourself, your own beliefs about the world, and the way you perceive the world. And if you can truly adapt to the harsh realities that you're in, right? If you just give in to these habits, you're weak. You're weak-minded, bro. you're not going to be able to looks max. You're not going to be able to mog. You're not going to get any confidence, because when your mind is not right, your body is not going to be right at all either. When you have a discorded mind, your body is going to show it. Your face is going to show it. You're going to be tired. You're going to be sluggish. You're not going to want to do anything. You're going to be unmotivated. You're going to be non-disciplined in doing the habits. This is why I need to make this video, because there's so many people I see in real life that just struggle with doing something over and over and over again. When it's quite simple, really. Like, it's just building up that habit. It's just building up that neurological drive to want to go do something. Because we mentioned the lizard brain. What if we take advantage of our own brain into making these habits that seem so hard and difficult to do fun? Because really, everything is kind of like a game. We all level up in our own way, right? We can all level up in our own way. The more you spec into the mind, the more you will get out of life. And I guarantee this to you. If you try anything without trying to fix your mental health first, you're always going to fail. You're always going to find yourself doing the same thing over and over and over again. It's an infinite cycle. It's an infinite loop that you'll never get out of. But it seems like that because you aren't doing the right things, right? You're not training your mind. You're not actually working on the thing that matters most, your brain, right? Because your brain, in the end of the day, is just this thing in your head that controls everything you do, your decisions, your life, your perspective, right? If we don't work on that, we're just here as like this body that just doesn't want to do anything, right? The body needs the brain to move and, you know, be disciplined and actually get work done. So, yeah, if you're struggling with discipline, man, if you're addicted to shit, because another thing that most people really don't understand is that discipline and all this stuff is that a lot of people are actually just lonely too. Like, you'll notice that so many people are devoid of like friendships and all this and, you know, motivation. But, you know, I'm here for you. I'm here to give you advice on this channel. Like, this is the main reason I created this channel, is to allow people to live a happier life, right? That's why we looksmaxx. That's why we literally build muscle. That's why we try to make our face better, because it improves our life quality. We wouldn't do all these things if it didn't change our life, right? So it's not like I'm giving you new groundbreaking advice like every video or whatever, but at least I can be the little rock, the pebble that moves the boulder, this mountain for you. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be that little step for you, that little first step for you. Like, if I can make someone go read, if I can make someone go work out, if I can make someone go looksmaxx, if I can make someone go get lean, or, you know, I can do anything. You know, you can do anything. Believe in yourself, and bro, don't let this addiction control you, because truly, you are the one that has control over everything. You have control over your own mind, and your mind has control of your body. So don't feed into these emotions. Don't give into it, and just accept it. Accept these thoughts. Let them pass. Because sooner or later, these things will just be temporary. So I truly believe you can get over this, man. And if you're like struggling with nofap, struggling with video games, you know, struggling with an addiction, you know, struggling with junk food, it's really not overcomplicated. It's just what you're not doing right now. So yeah, I believe if you think you're in an infinite cycle, or you're just stuck doing these weird habits and you want to be motivated and you want to be disciplined, then you need to just rewatch this video. You need to try doing these things, and Godspeed, brother, you know. But yeah, this was just a short video on how to be disciplined and how to stay on the path of looksmaxxing. If you found this video very informative or very motivational or entertaining in any way, you know, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, peace.